About to make a little pre-dinner appetizer snack because I'm starving and I need something to tide me over until Zach gets home from work. I am obsessed with these Simply White Cheddar Cheetos. Zach introduced me to them and now I cannot stop. They are so good. However, because I talk a lot about blood sugar balance, I know that just these Cheetos by themselves are not going to keep me full until I eat dinner. And this is what I talk about as a registered dietitian, is how to add to your meals rather than restrict or take away. So let's add to these Cheetos in order to make them a more well-balanced snack that's actually going to keep me full and satisfied. Carbohydrates are our brain and our body's primary source of energy, and you absolutely should be including them in your meals and snacks. If you find yourself becoming what I like to call a pantry raccoon when you get home from work at the end of the day or later into the evening or at nighttime, basically you just cannot stop eating, and specifically carbohydrate or sweet-based foods. A lot of that actually has to do with an imbalance in your blood sugar levels from earlier on in the day, likely from restricting carbohydrates. Because our brain functions off of carbohydrates when we don't have enough of them, what do you think we're going to do? We're going to hyperfixate on them and we're going to overthink them. So when we actually add to our carbohydrate-based snacks, we're able to create something that has more balance and keep us more full and satisfied to actually extend the energy that comes from the carbs. This is why I like to talk about the Power 4, combining carbohydrates with protein, fat, and or fiber. Carbohydrates, like I said, are the brain and the body's primary source of energy, but they digest really quickly, which can cause a big blood sugar spike and a big blood sugar fall when eaten by themselves. However, when we add to them with that protein, fat, and fiber, those nutrients are more slowly digested, so they actually help to slow the digestion of the carbs as well, which in turn extends the energy that comes from carbs, and you stay more full and satisfied from that meal or snack. So to this snack, we're gonna add 2 of these little Archer mini beef sticks. This is gonna add 8 grams of protein. Then I'm also gonna add an apple as well. So this is gonna add a little bit of micronutrition, vitamins, and minerals, and it's also gonna add some fiber. So if you find that you're someone who's like, oh my gosh, if I allowed myself to have something like chips, I just simply would not stop eating them, no pun intended, that's where you want to add to your snacks, and you're likely going to notice a major difference. The likelihood or the reason that you're grabbing for more of those chips isn't because you have no willpower or because you're doing something wrong. It's likely because you're getting a blood sugar spike and a blood sugar crash, so you are genuinely feeling hungry. But what you can do in order to stay more full and satisfied is add to it with other components like the protein, fat, and fiber.